A very good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Madhumita Mojumdar from Raidigi College, West Bengal, will be speaking about orchid diversity, its conservation, and sustainable utilization. Let me first present before you the historical perspective of orchid germplasm conservation. Germplasm is a life information source for all the genes present in a respective plant which can be conserved for long period. It is the most successful method to conserve the genetic traits. The orchid family is one of the largest flowering plant kingdom with about 25,000 species. Orchids are an ancient group, with their present distribution suggesting their origin probably predates the breakup of Gondwana land about 125 million years ago. Orchids are absolutely ubiquitous in nature and occurs on all vegetated continents. The major orchid-rich phytogeographical regions of India are Peninsular India, Northeastern India, and the Eastern and the Western Himalayas. The father of medicine, Acharya Charak, has brought Indian orchids into world notice way back in 100 AD. India is one of the 12 megadiversity countries of the world. According to the Indian Red Data book published by the Botanical Survey of India, 10% of the total flowering plants of India are endangered. Next, I will discuss about ornamental aspects of orchid. Orchid flower is not only beautiful, but also it is long-lasting, that is, we can keep it as it is for 1 month in flower vase. They are also very costly and it has a big global demand at market. Now I will show some orchids with beautiful and costly flowers. Owing to their undeniable floral splendors, it comprises a major floricultural crop. Next, I will talk about the medicinal importance of orchid. Orchids are generally used in indigenous system of medicine. They are the source of important secondary metabolites like dendrobin, nobelin, and erionin. It has some therapeutic potential that acts as antioxidant, anti-angiogenic, and anti-tumor agent. Asthavarga is a group of 8 drugs in Ayurvedic system which are used for the preparation of tonic such as Chamanbrash, which consists of 4 orchid species: Malaxis muscifera, Malaxis acuminata, Habenaria intermedia, and Habenaria exotii. Several types of essence are available from orchid. The most common essence, like vanilla, is used as additive in cakes and ice cream. There are numerous varieties of orchids. Some of them are on the path of extinction due to various natural factors as well as anthropogenic factors. The most important natural factors are confinement of many orchids to a limited area, several biological factors, and natural calamities like forest fire, flooding, etc. The 2 important anthropogenic factors are overcollection as well as habitat destruction. They are mainly responsible for the orchid rarity. Next, I will say about conservation of orchids. I have discussed the importance of orchid and rarity also. At the same time, due to its great commercial potentiality, we can earn money, provide the employment. Therefore, the orchid should be conserved essentially for multifarious purposes. Conservation can be done by the following 2 approaches. Conventional approach, where in situ and ex situ conservation techniques are generally followed, but in case of biotechnological approach, in vitro conservation techniques is mainly adopted. I will now speaking about in vitro conservation. Orchids can be grown and conserved in test tube for prolonged period, that is called in vitro conservation, like test tube baby. Under in vitro condition, there are three basic methodologies are generally followed: in vitro propagation, in vitro storage, and lastly, cryopreservation. Generally, plant propagate through seeds, which is a product of sexual process. But in case of orchid, seeds are not so reliable for large-scale propagation. Although they produce millions of seeds, but they do not germinate naturally. Therefore, an alternative method of in vitro propagation called micropropagation has been adopted for the same purpose. So, what is micropropagation? Micropropagation is a asexual vegetative propagation of plants using in vitro techniques. There are so many techniques like organ culture, shoot tip culture, callus culture, callus mediated organogenesis, or direct somatic embryogenesis. But basic technique for successful micropropagation follows five important stages like preparative stage, initiation and establishment of aseptic culture, number 3 proliferation of shoots and shoot buds, stage 4 rooting of in vitro formed shoots, and number 5 is acclimatization of plants and field transfer. Orchids can be conserved by several methods of storage. Number 1, medium-term conservation under minimal growth condition, and number 2, medium-term conservation using growth inhibitors. We know that plant can be grown from natural seeds which are available from the plants in nature, but where seeds are not viable or recalcitrant in nature. In such case, scientists have produced the artificial seeds which are as good as natural seeds. Such seeds could be stored under sterile condition for long period, or it can be stored in liquid nitrogen whose temperature is more or less minus 196 degrees centigrade. This process is known as cryopreservation. This is the schematic diagram which is employed for in vitro storage of orchid protozoa. So, in conclusion, we can say that orchids are highly regarded for their role in herbal drugs, and advanced countries are earning in millions by establishment of orchid industry. But it's really disheartening that this potential of orchids is not being tapped either by orchid lovers or by our government. These are some references of my presentation. Thank you.